Hello, today we're going to talk about how characters respond to major events. Our story this week is Happy Like Soccer, written by Maribeth Boltz and illustrated by Lauren Castillo. We're going to talk today about how the main character responds to major events in the story. So, character response is what a character does because of the events that happen in the story. A challenge is something that causes problems for the character. The response is what the character does, feels, thinks, or says. Characters can respond in many different ways. You can tell how a character responds by what they do, what they think, how they feel, and what they say. As we explore parts of Happy Like Soccer, make sure that you're thinking about what is Sierra doing, thinking, feeling, and saying. So meet Sierra. Sierra is the main character in our story. In the story, this is the part where Sierra finds out her auntie can come to her soccer game. Then on Friday, my auntie tells me that her boss has heard me talking. He asked her if she would like to trade her shift on Saturday for one on Sunday so she could come to my last game. "What did you tell him?" I ask. My auntie laughs. I said, "Yes, of course I would." Then we dance a made-up dance in the kitchen and bake a cherry cake the way we always do when there's celebrating going on. Think about how Sierra responds when she finds out that her auntie can come to her soccer game. What evidence can you find in the text? What evidence can you find in the illustration? Remember, what is she doing? What is she thinking, feeling, and saying, and how do you know? This is the part of the story where the soccer game gets rained out. Coach Marco gathers us up quick and says the game is canceled but will be rescheduled. I swallow. Sure that the rescheduled last game will be on a Saturday. Sure it will be outside the city. Sure my auntie's boss won't do two favors right in a row. How is Sierra choosing to respond when she finds out that the game will be canceled? What evidence can you find in the text? What evidence can you find in the illustration? Can you tell how she's thinking? How she's feeling? This is the part of the story where Sierra chooses to call her coach late at night. My heart is thumping the way it does when my teacher calls on me, even though I haven't raised my hand. I dial the first part of Coach Marco's phone number and hang up shaky. I wait and try again. Coach Marco answers. I take a breath and tell him I'm sorry for it being late, and then I say my idea fast, all run on, that maybe the game could be on a Monday, and maybe it could be at the lot by my apartment, and maybe my auntie could come. Coach Marco is quiet, listening. Then he says he'll make some calls. I can't promise Sierra, he says, but I'll let you know. How does Sierra respond when her coach promises that he'll make some calls? Your activity today looks like this. You're going to read a major event from the story Happy Like Soccer, and then you're going to think about how one of the characters responded. In this first one, it's how her boss responded. Then it's how Auntie and Sierra respond, and then it's how Sierra responded, and then it's how her coach responded. Remember, think carefully about what the character says, does, thinks, and feels. That will help you as you explore this book today. Have a great day. Thank you.